Hey guys, Borry Berry here. Why am I wearing a hat? Just for the look. um, this video is definitely not for a lot of my followers, and even though I don't apologise for that, if yeah, I'm just making that clear. I don't think a lot of people might get what I'm putting out. So I was excited to do this, and this video is going to be a teaching. I don't know what I'll title it at this point. A teaching on chaos. The mysteries of chaos. Maybe that's what I'll call the video. We'll see. Testing out a new mic. So I haven't written anything down, and I know I said I probably should in this scenario, but I couldn't find my diary. That's how much I use it. But the excuse is, I have said it in other videos, but the YouTube is a diary, essentially. So there's that too. But it was more reference points on the teaching. Wow. So I'll start with why. So in a nutshell, God just, I saw some scenarios unfolding with just some secular people. I was on a live, and as per usual, I'm like, God, this is happening, and it was stuff that I would say was disturbing to me, even though I wasn't surprised, or it wasn't something necessarily new. It was like, oh man, I forget how easy I forget what I live in, and I'll explain all that. So I'll start with on the topic of chaos. So I'll start with where it first kind of really started coming up, where I was noticing it. I have a friend, I'm definitely not going to name drop, but this friend does watch my videos. He's a good friend, and I through the video, guys, I'm going to have to be very careful with the topic because of just the broad audience that is going to be watching this, and bear with me, and it might be a long video, but bear with me if you're still watching and you want to watch. It's because you please understand. I have to. It's unlike most of my videos where I can just muck around, and a lot of my videos are quiet. Some of them I won't even mention God or my beliefs or etc. etc. But this I take seriously. This is serious because God has asked me. I want you to talk about this. So what happened is, this is literally yesterday, probably yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I've been I'm not cut up about it. I'm not necessarily sad about it, but I felt like there was stuff that I talked about, and I could have presented it way better. Sure. Always. And it was there's definitely sloppiness on my part, which I don't actually apologize for that, because I'm leaning on, I am very intentionally leaning on my gifting and my personality quirks to present my life and who I am, my gifting, my calling, all of it. So I'm going to be going back and forwards a lot, guys, but if you bear with me, there'll be some, I really do believe there's some really good nuggets here. So this scenario unfolded where I was watching. Nothing bad particularly happened, nothing, but I'm just watching a live and joining it and all that, and partly because, I mean, I'm a single guy in a van traveling, so of course I love interacting with the world around me, and so it's not that I'm not aware that how my life is in comparison, and I'm not trying to say I'm comparing myself to people. No, really don't care for that, and I really don't try to do that. And comparison will come. You will compare certain things, and I don't think comparison's a bad word. There's a difference between sometimes objectively stopping and going, oh, I didn't see this comparison. Here I'm seeing this comparison and I'm learning something from this. Oh wow, my life's really different to that. That's not bad. But if you're living your life where you're comparing yourself to, living for people and their gripes and all that, well, obviously that kind of comparison where you're living in the fear of man, and there's some sort of stain. I've tried to get it out, but it looks like it's a permanent stain. Sorry, distracted. But yeah, of course that kind of comparison's bad, where you're not. I would say, and this is my point of view, I would say only compare yourself before God. That's it. To His Word, to His Scripture, to what He has for you. Anyway, a lot of people, I find too, just with that, on a quick note, and I am going on a tangent, I find a lot of people talk like, and on the outside act like they don't care what people think. They don't care about people's comparison to people and pleasing people. But when you really look at a lot of people's lives, they do care. And they are moved by people and their opinions. And that actually, and again, it'll tie in, but that's actually going into niceness. There's nothing nice about niceness. Kind is good, loving's great. Niceness, my friend, if you're playing the nice game, my friend, you're in the world of, it's actually part of witchcraft. Ooh. I have talked about that, but I'm going off topic. So chaos. First of all, I want to state, chaos is not of God. God is a God of order. Specifically, my God. And I'm gonna talk, guys. Just assume because this is the absolute truth, is my faith is in Jesus Christ. He is God. And I'm not going to try to talk on that too much. Not that that's not important or good, but I don't want to keep going back and forwards and disclaiming. So just assume some things I'm talking about, it's from, if you're still watching, if you're comfortable with watching. I definitely believe there's stuff here for everyone if they really want to listen. But yeah, just please assume that my point of view is that Jesus is God overall, over everything. So let's just put it out there. I'm putting it out there. And you guys know my heart. I absolutely want to connect with everyone, and I don't want to just, even though I'm not interested in playing nice, I want to be loving and kind, and I don't want to cut off people's ears, so to speak, metaphorically, to hearing the gospel message, or hearing about Jesus and God and all that, because I'm just, and sorry, but yeah. So let's just assume that. Let's put that on the table. Borry's Christ-believing man of God. Well, I absolutely believe that, and I absolutely know that. So, yeah, we're coming from that perspective, and I probably still will disclaim things, but anyway. So, chaos is not of God. God is a God of order. This is biblical stuff. This isn't me just pulling stuff out. God is a God of order. Even though chaos is not of God, God absolutely will use chaos at times. But a lot of times where it's not God using chaos, it's people living in chaos as from the gods they worship. That's what I run into a lot. Now, I'm going to explain some things. So, wow. So the first point I want to come from is when I was talking to these secular people, and they're nice people. I'm probably going to join the live later on. Anyway, I noticed something, and it's something I knew about. It's something I always noticed, but every now and then I'm reminded because I connect with secular people. When I say secular, I just mean people of the world that might have myriads of beliefs. Everyone's got their belief, whatever that belief is. Even the belief is not to believe. You get what I'm saying? Everyone's connected. Everyone's got their masters. It's just how it is. But when I say secular, I mean, just part of the world, the standards of the world and all that. And that can mean a lot of things. So I'm being pretty general with that. And one after the other, this one woman, her live streaming is essentially a lot of the reason people listen to her. And I'm not saying it's the only reason, and no, she's really cool to listen to. Is all the chaos and turmoil that she goes through and the struggles. And I actually feel out of odds with these people because I've got nothing to complain about, guys. I have got nothing to complain about. I'm dead serious. Well, I don't know why that made me teary, but so, guys, do you realize? Oh, this is good. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna be like, "Well, what are you talking about? What makes you so special?" I'll tell you why I have nothing to complain about. This is stuff I've talked about in places, but I'm specifically talking on the specific subject of chaos. So, people of this world, these people that I'm talking about, one guy was talking, and he was like, "Oh, I've had heart surgery, and this happens, and they go camping, and this happens, and this happened, and then this person died." And one thing I find that's very common with people with a lot of chaos is the acceptance of chaos. This is part of my life. This is normal. It's not normal. It doesn't have to be a part of your life. Guys, you hearing what I'm saying? Chaos does not need to be your portion. I'm living proof. Borry's here telling you. Okay, you guys within... It's actually more. Oh, I'm going to be really... I'm going to be so raw with this. Let's say within 2 weeks. Do you want to know how much chaos I've had? I could genuinely name the chaos. And it's not chaos. My aircon packed up, but then it didn't. It seemed to work, and now it's packed up. It looks like I might fix it tomorrow. That's it. Right? And the other thing was, and it wasn't even a problem because for some reason it wasn't. So I got stocks. And I looked into my app, and I probably look at it more than I need to. I'm being really blunt. And I looked one night, it was only like 9 o'clock. I don't know why, Must have been like a reset or whatever they were doing. Or maybe it's, I don't know, it's like a market thing I don't understand. But like, my money was drained, and I looked at the stocks, like complete crash in nearly all the stocks. There wasn't much left in comparison to what there was. And I'm literally, guys, like, I look at it and my heart sinks, and I'm like, oh. And guys, the thoughts went through my head. Oh, did they go through my head? Oh, and here I am saying, yeah, I trust God, He's my provider. Absolutely. But it was not nice seeing that. I didn't initially handle it well, of course not. And I'm like, oh, if you probably saw me, if you're looking in through my van window, I would have just been pretty normal. I would have been, you know what I mean? But on the inside, man, I was like, oh God. And there's a certain language someone like me talks when they talk to God, that if you're looking in from the outside, and Jesus did it too, if you're looking at it from the outside, you'll be like, this guy, he must not believe, or he must, no, because there's a heart language. There's a way, there's actually a way we learn to talk to God. This is all mysteries, guys. This is all stuff a lot of you guys are just have no clue about. So bear with me, and you can ask me questions, guys. You can specifically ask stuff. That's okay if you reach out, you genuinely want to know, or if you're like, oh, we need more content. So yeah, so my heart, it sinks. But then the next, and oh yeah, so by the next day I've accepted, and I'm going, God, I trust you, and you know, I'm all good. Like, I was really good. I woke up and I'm like, no, I'm good. Life's great. Whatever is. And it was a lot of money, and I'm like, oh man, right? And then I check it, and it's all good. It wasn't what I thought. It was that bad, guys. I was looking on the internet or things. I was looking on the internet, and I was literally like, stock market crash, and there was nothing really, even though the stocks haven't been too well. And I'm just like, and yeah, and by the next day it was like, all good. I was scared to look at it. And I was happy about that. I was happy. But it wasn't life-changing happiness. I wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm not broke. Or something. Nah, I was just like, okay, God, you still got me. And I was like, thanks God. And I did pray and all that. And back to that house, certain people, and you're asking, you might be thinking, I made the comment, Jesus prayed stuff where people looked at it and they're like, huh? Well, he's saying this. When he was on the cross, they thought he was calling out for Elijah. And all that. So there's things that people might interpret a certain way because they don't understand the language someone might be talking. And there's definitely things with me that I know if people saw me communicating it, and even a lot of this, it's like, what are you talking about? What are you on, mate? You need help. You know what I mean? But so that's guys, that's the chaos and drama I get. Now, you might be like, well, you say cucky, well, you know, and there are those voices. That absolutely are those voices. Trust me, I hear them. I know they're there. And it's like, well, what makes you so special? It's because, guys, I'm going to draw something. I'm going to explain something to you. And I have talked about this stuff. But I don't think the way I communicate has made it very clear. So hopefully this clarifies some things. The only way you can really... Okay. I'm not going to go from that point. I'll go back to that. So, when people have a lot of chaos in their life, it's always a sign that demonic's creating that chaos. How your mechanics of your car work, how your wallet moves, all of it, it's all governed by spiritual forces. I'm not going to argue that point. I'm telling you, if you're worth your salt spiritually, you will know that, because it's staring you right in the face. It is all governed by spiritual forces. And so most people live under governship of law. So it's, to explain that, it's there's a lot of complexities here, guys. So you could make a lot of assumptions, and I get that. So I'm trying to explain it as deep and as clear as I can. So most people live under law. So even a lot of Christians I meet, yes, still are battling between a mixture of grace and law, and they don't really understand it. And I'm not saying I fully understand it either. I don't. Okay? I don't fully understand all this. I'm not trying to say that. Calm down. So to explain law and living under it, it's, I didn't deserve that treatment. Oh, that person wronged me. God, I didn't deserve that. I'm going to tell you a reality, and some people know this. I don't know how many people know this. I can't tell you. A reality. No living human being, according to God's good and perfect law, and this is true, deserves any of it, any of the good stuff. All have sinned, all fall short of the goodness of God. That's biblical. All of us, according to law, are in that boat. So please think about that. Think about it. So I'm not saying I fulfill the law. You know, like I keep the law. I'm not dirty like you guys. Nah, mate. I'm right there with you. And in fact, I'll go one step further. We will all battle with the flesh until we're done with it. You hear what I'm saying? Okay? So, we are all under that judgment, according to the law. So God, from the beginning, because he's God, and from the beginning he already had a different plan. It was actually from the beginning. And it was grace. It's not a law. It's a new covenant. And it's not that it how do I say, it's not that it replaces this law. Like, the way I explained it is law is for people that don't reject God's grace, which is Jesus. That's who the law's for. So coming back to secular people, when it comes to even their perception of God, that's why they always get caught up. Oh, what I deserve, and I'm a good person. Yeah, okay, I've done that, but this should make up for that. And it's still that exchange of what I can do to make myself more righteous, to make myself more worthy. Does that make sense, guys? Yep. So I'm building layers, because I'm shocked how much a lot of people don't actually explain, not only explain basic stuff like this with Christian beliefs, because really it's spiritual fact. But hey, that's my perspective. Anyway, I'm telling you, like, people on the dark side of things, when they come against this stuff, when they come against the name of Jesus, guys, be honest with yourselves. You just quickly realize, oh, there is something there. Hello, that's what I'm. knock. So I'm not saying I'm explaining all this well. So there's definitely, even I'll think back on certain things I say sometimes I think, I could have explained that a bit better, or what about this? But there's a lot to explain. And I'm laying down the law because we're still on the topic of chaos. So bear with me. So law is for the spiritually ignorant, the dogs. So dogs spiritually represent, and I'm not saying dogs, I love dogs, but spiritually they represent people that run on their instincts, their carnal instincts, and especially your religious people. Yes. Unclean and all that. Anyway, there's more to that, but I'll leave that. But so law, it's there. It's everyone's under it essentially. But then there's this grace. And that, my friends, is why I can name one thing that kind of went wrong. Guys, I'm serious. I'm not trying to boast in a way where it's like, look at me, I'm so special. I don't care about that rubbish. Hear me out. How can it be if I've been gone? Wow, I don't know why that's making me cry. How can it be since I left Mount Gambier, like nearly not one thing has gone wrong? And every time I think something's gone wrong, it actually didn't go wrong. It was just God's plan. And it's been at least, it's been like at least, easy. It's been like at least 3 months, at least. Maybe 4. I don't think 5. Maybe 4 months since I left Mount Gambier, guys. Not one thing has really gone wrong. Wow. Even I'm realizing that. Wow. I did not think about this like this. Not one thing. I'm actually trying to think of something that's gone wrong. My friend Gundy, my mate, I'm name calling him. My mate Gundy can vouch for me. If you ask him on his, maybe this is a good way to promote his channel. It's Trail, Tide and Talk. Anyway, you can ask him, like dead set, and he will tell you the same thing. Everything that I thought was going wrong would quickly realize, this is actually a blessing. Like literally my aircon. Yeah, sure, little conveniences happen every now and then. I'll give you another example. You guys are going to love this. This is what it's like walking in grace, right? And guys, trust me, I'm going to explain all this because you're probably like, what are you talking about? This is amazing. I think it's amazing. How could you not? Anyway, yeah, like literally 3 months, easy, nothing wrong. Hello. And I'm like I'm the recipient of that. I'm laying it out to you guys, to whoever you are. I'm laying it out to you. Why? But you're gonna love this scenario. I think it does relate to it. It's a little bit off topic, but so I'm staying in Bonny Hills. This is all the time for me, guys. All the time. I'm staying in Bonny Hills, and I'll go off to the toilet or shower, and I'm coming back, and there's a couple with a dog doing a massive fresh one right in front of my van. Poo-poo. Doing a massive poo-poo. I want to say shit. But yeah, just a big warm one, right? And I'm like, because of the whole, and hear me out, I'm going to go into this a bit later, but because of the whole I don't play nice thing, I was ready to go, what are you doing, bud? Right? And that, and that straight away Holy Spirit, and this happens to me like all the time. And Holy Spirit goes, no, quiet, just calm down. I'm like, okay. And I walk up to the van, and they kind of didn't see me, and I open the door, and you could tell they're like, uh-oh. right? I can't remember word for word, but it was really smooth just how it went down. And I go, and I just made the comment. I said, I guess it's good luck that he does it right in front of my van, eh? Right, with a big grin on my face. And the guy's like, oh, really sorry. And he's already picking it up, right? So he's picking it up. So I don't need to be upset. Who cares? Well, I'm not even walking in the front of my van. It's all right. I can bypass that little spot. If there's some left in the grass, I'm not going to get there and pick at it, Anyway, right? And he goes, oh, and then a dead set. This guy, he did not. I don't think he intended it, but he blessed me. Dead set. I took it, right? He goes, yeah. He said something like, yeah, he's blessed you, and I said, thanks. I'll take that. Thank you. Because I mentioned though, it's like good luck of the bird pooing on you. But how's that, guys? And God turned it around where I was ready to go, oi, and freak this guy out. And I would have. Give him the ginger stare. See the ginger stare? Oh yeah. Look at that. Laser beams, mate. What are you doing on my lawn? What are you doing? Wait, ready? What are you doing? What are you doing on my lawn, mate? What are you looking at? Anyway, but you know what I mean? And God's turned that scenario around where it's like he's blessing you now. So that's my life. That's literally my life, guys. The worst thing I get is I run into really nasty spirits or people, but they can't touch me. They cannot touch me, guys. They cannot touch me. You want to know why, guys? I'll tell you why. Because Borry, when I went through my dark valley, when I went through my Job experience, and it was, a lot of people would probably try to downplay it. I'm telling you, not a lot of people get the privilege to go through what I did. I'll tell you why. Because the devil went to God. You take all this away from Boris, you take all this away from Borry, he'll curse you. He'll turn on you. And God said, oh yeah? Go ahead then. And I'll tell you why he said that, why he allowed chaos to come upon me. Is because God knew I'd come out how I have. And I passed, guys. I'm not going to go into the details of the external stuff that has told me that I've passed too, because it wasn't just God's voice telling me, because that would have been enough. But I passed. I went through pain I never thought existed. I've had physical pain, but that heart pain where it's like bits of your soul are literally being torn apart from you. My friends, that's what I felt. And I got nothing to compare it to. All I know is what I went through. And that wasn't it. There was a lot of things that happened. There was physical pain, a lot of it, and one after the other. And I knew it was all part of God's plan. I knew he was right there with me the whole time. 100%, guys. Dead set. I'm not saying it was all smooth or I never went, oh. Mate, I remember one time I laugh about it now, but I was crying, I reckon, every night I was crying, not just every night, but probably like 5 months straight. There was a time where like every night before bed, I'm like, why? Ooh, crying. I did. Oh, guys, do you not understand what was happening as far as I knew God was with me. I knew that he had me. I knew it was all part of his plan. Did I I did understand some things that came at me. I did. The things I had to understand, I understood. But there was so much I didn't understand. So much. And it was coming at me and I was like, gasping. Literally gasping. Like, wow. Lost a sister, you name it. And again, people have been through worse stuff, I know. But for me, it was life and death. You get the capacity thing. And I'm not going to go into that. But we all have our capacity, and yeah, some people, we hurt our finger and it's the end of the world. But where some, it's like, I lost a foot. Again, that's the kind of comparison I don't need. No one needs it. We don't need that. So I went through a deep time of, to explain it, guys, I was before God. I've talked about this in videos, but I have to go through it to explain chaos. I went through stages like pain, and so what it caused me to do, by God's grace, and I really mean that, and I'm not going to go into what I mean by that, but it was actually God that, it was God's Holy Spirit that actually allowed me to, the pain not to destroy me or make me bitter. And I'm not saying I'm all out of that completely. No, I'm not. Of course not. It was God's grace that it didn't completely destroy me and make me into some wicked, I don't know, throwing baked bean cans at grandma's on the side of the road. I don't know, but he really had me in so many ways, and I was going to pass, and I did. I really did. So what happened is, I had discovered this thing that's always been around. God's grace. God's grace. The place I live before God it's undeserved. I don't deserve anything good. Nothing good. I don't deserve it. It's purely God's grace and mercy. That's it. That's it. There is no buts, guys. There's nothing else for me to fall back onto. I can't show you all my good deeds and look how much, look at my wealth, or look at this. I haven't even got that. But I tell you what I do have. I have my God in my heart, and I absolutely have His grace and mercy, and I live in that. And that's why 3 months, guys. Yeah, sure, there's heartache in there, guys. Sure, there's still heartache. There's still things that are that hurt, that suck. Of course. Do I still get lost for words? Of course I do. But man, this chaos, this breaks down. That's just life. Rubbish! It's not your portion. It's not. Don't you understand? Stop being spiritually ignorant, guys. If you're living, and I know too many of you, and I know some of you are going to watch this. Watching this. You think it's normal. You've accepted this false God. That's what I'm going to go into. So, one thing I've noticed is people that live in chaos is they defend chaos. You're defending a false God. Hello? You're defending an abuser. When you say, chaos, it's where my creativity comes from. It does. I agree with you. That's a demon. It's from the demonic realm. And I could even, and I'm not going to, but I did look into it, and it was what I figured. I even looked into some of the stuff where, the demonic stuff that is a part of chaos, because it's not one demon, there's a few of them that are part of the chaos kind of thing. But essentially chaos is from the devil. So, yeah, a lot of these people, they defend, they go, oh, it's normal, that's life. Ha, just suck it up. Stop being stupid, especially men. Men, you guys, we are the worst for going, oh, that's just life, keep going. Lost an arm. It's not funny, mate. You're a spiritual idiot. I'm living proof, guys. I'm here before you as living proof going, hey, bro, how do you explain this? Why is it when I go to do something like put my rego over, both my license, my rego, my mate was shocked, and I knew it was all there. It was all there laid out. I was walking in, I was like a little kid that knew his papa had him, because that's exactly what it is. I walk into that rego place, and I knew the questions that would come up. I knew the stuff I didn't have. And boom, 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 boom. My mate's like, huh? I'm like, yep, it's grace. I don't deserve it. You might think I'm smug about it, but I'm not. I might not be humble about a lot of things, but I am on this topic. Because I can't boast, guys. It's nothing special I did. It was quite the opposite. It was like things turned on me. Oh, okay. So, now I'm going to add another part to all this. Another part to this teaching. So, like, come on, guys. Is this cool or what? Come on. Come on. Right? So, I want to add another part to all this. Sorry it's so long, but it's really not long considering what I'm giving you guys. Okay? Come on. The other part to all this is... totally lost my train of thought. Because I was distracted on my hat. My hat distracted me. And now you guys put me on the spot. Stop it! Stop twisting my arm! Oh. Yeah. So, the other part, what was I going to say? It was big. And I have to say it because it's all a part of all this. Grace, mercy. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah. So, one thing I noticed, and I'm pointing the finger at my fellow Christian friends. Sorry, not sorry. Because you guys can be some of the worst for it. And it happened to Job, and you're probably starting to realize what I'm going to talk about, is when I was going through absolute hell for me, that breaking process, that breaking everything down and building it up with how it's meant to be built. That's essentially what happened to me. Anyway, is one thing that what happened for multiple people was, oh man, your life's chaotic. Well, look at the chaos in your life. And none of them would outwardly say it, like challenge me to my face, because I can be pretty intimidating if I need to be, and not playing nice. None of them said it to my face, but in their heart what they were saying was, ooh, you've done bad, and you're unclean, and you're messy. You got mess. You're just gonna get away from that because I don't want it to infect my life. I've got enough problems. All right, I've got enough problems. I don't need your problems as well. And if I touch you, I'll get dirty. See, we look. Sometimes as Christians, we read the scriptures and we see the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Oh, that's unclean. Oh, that's dirty. And we think we're better than that. Yet how many Christians, and again, I don't care. How many Christians at my time, not all of them, guys. And guys on the other side of things, yeah, Christians. Be careful. Because you're no better. You're not. You're self-righteous in your own way. So don't point the finger at the Christians, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm saying there were certain Christians, not all of them, but there was a good amount of them, sure. Definitely not all of them. But yeah, they were absolutely like, ooh, unclean. And they didn't know any better. The guys, they didn't know any better. They just saw, oh, that guy's marred, tarred. Oh, man, I got my own issues, eh? What? But, God bless you. I like you, Borry, but they didn't say it on the outside, but I'm telling you, their hearts were, I could see it all. Yes, I could see it all. That's my gift. I could see it. It was right there. I'm not saying I always understood it. Of course I didn't. Definitely don't understand everything I see. But yeah, and that's a mistake. Don't make that mistake. Don't mistaken someone's dark hour for chaos, demonic chaos. Now I'm going to point the finger at you secularists or you spiritualists that aren't followers of Jesus being God overall. Guys, and I'm just going to say it, this, oh yeah, Jesus is God and this is a God. Nah, you cannot serve two masters. It doesn't work that way, guys. So I'm just going to blow that out of the water. If you're thinking like that, because a lot of people I know are like that, and I know them. I know those people, and it's like, yeah, Jesus, he's awesome, he's God, yeah. And then they go to these other gods and they pay homage to these other gods. I actually had a dream about a friend. Still don't fully understand what I'm going to do with it. Yes, I did pray about it already, but I had a dream about one friend where I saw the friend buying all these idols and setting up these altars still to these false gods. And I was disgusted in the dream, and I just wanted to get away from him and all of it. And I woke up and I was like, man, God, I wish I remember the dream better, because even though I woke up and I'm like, I need to remember this, I probably should have taken steps to remember it better, because there were details that I can't remember, that I feel like there was more details to it. But I do have the gist of the dream. But so another thing that happens with people with chaos in their life is, so I'm slowly dissecting different types of people, even though I'm not going to get through to everyone, and I'm not going to speak about every topic, obviously, regarding chaos, but I'm trying to generalize it out as much as I can to paint a picture. So there's some sort of understanding and wisdom that might go out to you guys. So one of the things with chaos is people that are surrounded with demonic chaos, and now we've established that, okay? So we know that it's demonic, we know that it's demons that operate in that create that. Oh, the car's going to break down today. Anyway, or this is going to happen, yada, yada, yada. And by the way, to any of you that think you can try to curse me while you're watching this video, you're going to quickly find out who I am. You're going to quickly find out who I am, because the moment you even speak it in your heart, because you only need to speak it in your heart, the stuff I carry, the angels I carry, you're going to quickly find out, if you haven't already, of why you do not do that to me. You knock that off. I'm trying to bring fresh bread. I'm trying to bring spiritual revelation to everyone. How dare you? How dare you even think that? Give it a moment to sink in. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I had to do that. I saw it coming. Don't worry about it. You're probably like, what are you talking about? Don't worry about it. Let's go back to the topic. So a lot of people that have chaos in their life, they're like, well, and you could perhaps draw on what I've been saying. You're saying, well, maybe the chaos in my life, that's just God using that to bring me, like Job, or like yourself, in those times, to bring me closer to Him. But a lot of this chaos, to see, it's not that. It's not that. It's because you're worshipping these gods, you're following these gods, you're paying homage to them. And you have not put Jesus as Lord of your life. Mate, you say, oh yeah, Jesus, this and that. That's not putting God as Lord of your life. Doesn't work that way. You can't mix a bit of Jesus in the pot. Ooh, double, toilet trouble. You can't do that. It doesn't work. The whole thing's garbage and poisonous and demonic. You're in a trap. By the way, I'm feeling some stuff here. I'm just going to say something. If you think demons have anything good to offer you, they don't. They hate you. And you're deceived. A lot of things that Christians get accused for, it's really not right. Oh, they're just judging and they just say everything's evil and, well, when it comes to demonic stuff, it really is like that. It's like, what are you playing with? There's a God that died for you. He's got this plan. I'm telling you about it. I'm literally telling you about my life. Like, come on, guys. You can see when someone's being real, eh? Hey? You can see when someone's being real. I've got nothing to hide here. I'm telling you, I'm literally testifying. My testimony is saying, hey, this is my life. I'm living this. Yeah? And you're still messing with these other gods, these spirits, they talk to me. Yeah. You're really special. Spirits talk to you. Big deal. Guess what? You're deceived. You're going straight to hell if you follow them. I'm not kidding with you. Like, I love you guys. I love you, but I have to be blunt with that. I have to be blunt. And I'm excited that I get to tell you that. I'm excited because maybe if one of you guys go, oh, hang on a second. Crap, I'm following demons? Yeah, bro. Yeah. And yes, what I'm trying to say is a way you really know that you're following demons and you're deceived and you're in a bad place. Your life is just chaotic. And I'm not comparing it to the dark. By the way, the dark season I went through, the Job experience, by the way. Job, if you're not aware who Job was, it's literally like the oldest account in the Bible. It's amazing. And he's a guy that essentially the devil, God essentially boasted about a man, and the devil's like, well, you do this and this, he'll curse you. God's like, no, we won't. Go do it. Anyway, you do not go through what I went through as a new Christian. You do not go through what I went through as some ignorant, oh yeah, man, this is cool. Oh yeah, I'll try that. No. Yes, God uses things and God's grace in our lives. Of course, God can use the chaos and the demonic attacks in your life to oh wow, this is, God, I need you. Look at my life. This is evil. This is real evil. I can physically see it, right? Of course. But if you're playing around and you're thinking it's building your ego up, and I've seen that too many times. It's like, oh yeah, see this drawing? Mate, I've seen it all, mate. I've met some gatekeeper stuff, bro. I've even had like Aboriginal spirit stuff, man. I've had that stuff try to approach me. I'm like, nah, it's not happening. Go away, you false gods. Yes, they are. I know, guys. I know. I do test the spirits, and I do know where they come from, and it's actually quite obvious to me because of my gifting. So it is particularly obvious. Obvious. It's a funny word sometimes to say for me. It is, yeah. It stands out to me like, mind the language, but like dog's balls. Sorry, not sorry. You don't come onto my YouTube to get the political correct stuff. And I'm not. I haven't a dig at leaders that, you know, wouldn't say something like what I just said. Dog's balls. But, you know, that's the beauty of the people I relate to and all that. And that's just, sure, one day I'll probably not use dog's balls in this kind of setting, sure. But for now, it's dog balls. But yeah, that's why I put it's not for kids as well, because yeah, it's not. Because I know if kids watch my videos when I'm talking like this, they're like, I don't even know what you're saying. Yeah, it's not for you. Okay, so it is heavy stuff. It is heavy stuff. So yeah, and I'm pointing towards the secular guys. All you guys that follow me, all you guys, and hear me out, guys. Like, give me some credit of how respectful I am not to name drop yous all and all that, because I love yous. I love yous. I'm actually thinking a lot of you guys, like some of yous, like into some spiritual stuff that's just, it's actually done a lot. It's actually done a lot to your family, more the damage and chaos you've seen in your family. But, you know, that's life. That stuff happens. It's not. And you're mucking around with these spirits because they give you abilities and stuff. And they're giving you this right here. And over here, they're taking the whole lot. And you're a sucker. I say that with love. I said, you're being a sucker. You think a demon? Never. It's not their nature. It's not in them. It's not in their make. It's not what they are. To love you, to actually give you something and not take more than what they've given you. Our days are all numbered. My days are short. Your days are short. Before we know it, we're going to be in a new place. You understand? Like, you know, we're wasting away. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what that was. I was trying to be like a zombie. You know when they find the mummies and they're like... Anyway. Off topic again, but come on, that's why you listen to Borry. There's a bit of humour, you know. But in all seriousness, like, I do love you guys, and maybe I'm a bit mean, but I do love you, and I am kind, and maybe I'm a bit meaner when I'm generalising to a big group in a video like this, you know. So there's a lot there, guys. A lot for a lot of different people. There's stuff in this video that Christians need to think about. And I'm dead set, guys. Even I didn't quite see it from that perspective. I went on like 3 months, nothing, guys. Well, sure, I'll be the first to say, oh, I could end the video and go, oh, what about this? But what I'm saying, guys, I'm not trying to say nothing happens, or please hear what I'm saying. Please hear my heart. Please hear my heart. I'm not trying to say nothing's hard or nothing. No, there's still hardships and pain. But usually there's God's voice talking, and it's not chaos, it's order. Does that make sense? Like, something bad happens, it's like, oh, Boris, you know, Borry, I was teaching you this. I was showing you this. Can you see this? Oh, God, wow. Do you know what I mean? So as well, what I want to say is, I'm not saying I went through that dark time and I'm completely finished and look at me, I'm a beautiful butterfly. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I know now specifically I'm in a season of God using what he's built. That's why I meow. I don't know why I said meow. Anyway, I might sound like, oh, you say that teaching us. Yeah, because God worked on me. Come on, guys. You know, And yeah, absolutely. So I'm not talking out of my butt. I'm not. And I know, and I really meant that. I might not have a lot of subscribers, but you guys are a quality bunch. And yeah, and maybe I'm a bit sneaky, and I'm not really trying to be, really not. Is you'll see a video where I'm joking, singing or whatever, and then next minute I'm like, hey, I'm doing a teaching. Yeah, I get it. It's a bit like, whoa. Oh wait, you're serious now? Wait, oh what? Sure. I'm weird like that. Sure, I'm quirky like that. That's why you guys love me. Hey, I'm doing the Robert De Niro. I don't know how to sound like him. I could do the Al Pacino. Wait, see if I can do Al Pacino. Ready? Sorry, I'm having fun now. The class is over. I'm just having fun now, okay? I'll do Al Pacino. Ready? Say hello to my little friend. No, I don't know. But, I could do him well sometimes, but that was pretty average. But yeah. So I hope even if it was one of you guys. Oh, another thing I want to add to this hour-long video is I didn't get to say it, but I need to say it. My friend Ivan, I don't mind name dropping him. I have an awesome friend, and by the way, it was you, because he said So my friend said he missed these types of videos, and I can absolutely say he was hearing God, because it was right then and there. God's like, I want you to do this video. And if it wasn't for his encouragement from Ivan, I wouldn't even be contemplating doing this video. So it's all thanks to him that I've went, no, I'm going to take some time out. I'm going to set it all up with a fancy microphone and the ring light over there. And, I'm going to put on my big boy shoes and I'm going to do a teaching. So I hope you guys get some stuff out of that. If you want dot points, chaos is not of God, but God will use it. There's a dot point. Check. Cry out to Jesus. If you are one of those people, and there is a lot of you, that your life is riddled with chaos and you've just accepted it as your portion. Oh, that's life. It's not. Look at Borry. Oh, that's just because I told you guys I'm not anything special. I told you exactly why. And it's purely big man upstairs. It's because I know his grace and I walk his grace like a kid. That's it. Because I know he's a good father. And he doesn't look at me and go, trust me, if you think God's like that, it's another God. It's not my God. If you think God's up there going, how can I make you squirm? You are having it too easy. Now, maybe I should add this. Yes, because of the way I live, I can easily fall into apathy, and I do. And there's little tricks that God's showing me, and he's still showing me, and it's a continual work in progress to stop me from falling into this apathetic la 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 la. Because human nature, you give us comfort, our flesh goes, I'm going to take them all. And we get fat. It's true. I'm laughing, but it's true. You give the flesh a tiny bit and it takes everything it can. We are at war. Look at that. My shirt got caught under my boobies. Sorry. Even I think that's funny. But yeah, so you give you give the flesh a little bit, man. The flesh is like, oh, come on, man, just another fix, man. You know what I mean? It's, yeah, that is the flesh. That side of you is you'll be battling with it, but it doesn't have to rule you. And that's the part the demons rule and use to control you and keep you. Back to the Mummy. I didn't think I was going to be so funny. Hey, what can I say? Back to Robert De Niro. I was trying to do like the taxi driver, you know, he's got the mohawk. You just got to squint the eyes. I squint the eyes quite easy. But yeah, thanks, thanks guys. I do love you heaps, and if you stayed this long watching the video and you haven't subscribed or liked the video, come on guys, you've been slack. Please, if you're going to like any video, for the sake of our algorithm, because you know Borry's got a good message, get it out there guys. I really think this could change your life. Dead set. It changed my life. And I no longer live under chaos. So I'm going to title this, probably forget the exact wording, but something like chaos is not for you. Okay guys, so thank you. Okay, Big Borry out.